She might go, and she knows, no. Don't touch the moon. This might be my final song. Love might go, and she knows, no. Love me, it's just getting out and out of the door. Got my head says no, my phone keeps calling you. You never pick up unless you got nothing to do. But you say that you want me, but just I want you. Over and over, like it's over. Will your games ever be through? Play me over and over, pound when I love her. Hoping you run out of quarters soon. Don't hide me, leave me, no I don't mean that. Love me all the way today. Oh, it's killing me out. Fear is holding me down.
So today we're going to get our first ownership play. Our first ever aura. Maybe it's for Praha or Sinza. We are very close to 1,250 mark points mark. Then I can focus on other stuff already. That'd be good. My first ever aura. I don't have an aura yet. I might if I get after aura I might get Ilia right? Ilia right. And get the dragon. It costs 300 points, so okay, let's get started.
Times when they hit you face down in the ground with the wet sword. Flat seas, but the true never grow fur. Shouting that they all got you on mute. When they got you thinking maybe it could be me that's crazy. All the tears bled up when the climb up, dry up into nothing.
Oh yeah, the new Melia event has started as well.
Makes sense. Don't you know that nothing's really ever beautiful? We're all just broken windows. What you see depends from when you said your I could say my I, but on the floor. Or it might just be a rush.
Okay, time to play a new TrashTaste.
That's a lot of work, Chris.
You're not the editor.
That's a lot of work, Chris.
You're not the editor, though, are you?
He's on
No, but what would I do daily?
video.
Like, would it be like
What
like the way that you did the Fuji video where it's like, as in
Just
like,
go
you-
on a journey
Right.
across Japan.
Hey, escape.
But don't call it that because that's
Yeah, it's
copyright.
copyright.
Yeah.
I'll kill you.
Call it like
I'll-
Japan Journey or something.
I was going to call it. I was thinking perhaps transportation across Japan.
Moving across Nippon.
Each day a different form of transport. A bicycle, a skateboard, a horse. I would
Very
I
close
feel like we're building something.
I feel like you shouldn't give me a horse because I already call people peasants, and like
God,
unironically, I think that'll
every day.
raise the bar. You know what I mean?
You gotta like commit, like fully dressed up
Ah,
as a prince. Hello, peasants.
I actually drove across Japan. Not across Japan. I drove in Hokkaido recently, and that was pretty fun. It was pretty relaxing.
Hokkaido.
Yeah, it was really relaxing. There was no snow, thank God,
Oh wow.
but it was really chill. It was nice.
Where'd you go?
I drove from Toyako to what did I drive? Hakodate, like Sapporo.
Oh, no. Did you get in the Mori Betsy? The hot springs?
I did stop there, but then I was like, fuck.
It's hot, isn't it?
I was like, there's kind of like nothing else here, is there?
It's like Japan's like number 3 hot
Is it
spring
actually?
resort. It's like one of the
Yeah.
biggest, best hot spring resorts in Japan. Even
I,
nothing
I
here.
was hungry.
Where's McDonald's?
Where's the Burger King
Oh,
then? I
Nick
think,
Hokkaido.
yeah, it was chill. I'll go back again.
You gotta go back now.
And
Glad.
there was the go-to travel thing. So I was
That's a
thinking,
very
fuck,
weird way.
That's insane. So Japan,
Very bad
inside
AMA
of
for
Japan for
sure.
domestic travelers, they're actually giving you 35% off
Mm.
your trip. So the hotel, transportation, and then when you got to your hotel, they give you vouchers as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Yeah,
so
to
I-
like to spend at like the nearby,
Yeah.
like the towns, like food.
So
places
I
and
stayed in
whatnot,
a place that was like $500 a night normally, and it was down to $300, and it included like an 8-course gourmet meal,
Damn.
and it was like a private onsen, and then on top of that, they're like, here's $200 to spend, which you can also spend to pay on like stuff in the hotel, which I was like, wow, that's epic, that is.
Oh, it sounds very familiar.
More in
We got
Japan.
like $500 of vouchers or something one night on journey across Japan, and we spent it all in Family Mart
Oh yeah, that's alright.
Yeah, you can spend it anywhere.
because we had like one day to spend it, and you can only spend it in the same prefecture.
yeah.
Because like 4 of us had stayed in one hotel room. We got a
So
30%
what did you buy?
Just like a fuck ton of booze and snacks. Really.
$500 worth.
beer and crisps.
Yeah, there was 4 of us. So it was like $100 worth of.
I just could you,
Scripts,
could
yeah.
you
It's really
imagine?
weird, isn't it?
Could you imagine something like that happening in the UK? It would be
Yeah.
fucking.
Free money.
It would be a fucking frenzy if you told people at 30% off plus get free money to spend.
The Japanese government just went mental with this.
Okay,
And they're
let's get
extending it.
the
I feel like
order
you see
now.
that.
Oh God.
They're extending it until like
Originally
June
it
or
was-
something.
Yeah, originally it was until the end of March, right?
Yeah.
But now it's until like June, July, something like that.
Which is crazy because stuff's already. I think the stuff is pretty cheap already here, travel-wise, compared to the UK.
I didn't realize how much Japan's economy relied on tourism until I moved to Japan, and I've realized how much people like value
Brazil.
tourism here, like traveling.
I mean, it's scary. Like in like July,
Leo.
me and Aki went up to Kyoto for our like anniversary.
Oh, I was
was
supposed to
dead.
pick my.
It was
my
scary.
brother
I've
and
never
everything,
seen
so-
Kyoto that empty in my life. And we went on a
Hila-
week. Like we went to
Hila is based
Eaj,
on- the last Hila is based on-
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been there as well.
Yeah, on a
Okay.
weekend. It was like a
Day
Saturday at like 1
Buddha
p.m. So
or-
normally I would
Kiba.
never go there on a weekend.
Yeah.
And when
Actually,
we went, there was like
just most
4
probably
people there.
Yeah, I went,
based
I
on
went there as well. There's no
free-
one there.
It was scary.
Oh, it's
But-
because of you telling me that a few weeks ago that I'm actually going to Kyoto tomorrow.
Oh,
for a
really?
week. So I'm just going to be walking around. And
Yeah.
probably perfect time to film
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It was actually like a ghost town, all of Kyoto. It
I-
was
I
like there was no
I
one.
can't imagine going there now when the country opens back up.
Yeah.
Because I had like the best experience being like, oh, Kyoto's pretty chill, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
No tourists, no nothing.
Yeah.
That was the it was literally my impression of it.
Yeah,
Like,
and now that I've seen pictures of what Kyoto is usually like, and it looks like literally my hell.
Oh, it's
yeah,
ridiculous.
pretty much never want to go back.
You know,
now.
Taisha is like you go on a weekend or like even a weekday, it's just
Yeah.
shoulder to shoulder people.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go.
Because like one thing that really turns me off going anywhere if it's like a big tourist.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
crowds and I hate seeing the tourist selfie, like 5 people doing the same fucking poses and the same fucking selfies.
Yeah.
I'd rather just like chill out at my fucking hotel at that point.
Yeah.
Well, now's the perfect place to perfect time to go to like Osaka, Kyoto, all those
I
places.
just like being fucking lazy. I just like on a vacation. I don't want to go to a museum or anything like that.
Yeah.
what do you want to do in Kyoto, Connor?
Nothing. Absolutely
Nothing.
fucking not. I'll do the obligatory. All right, fine. Let's go and see the shit. And then, but the other
Go
days,
and see the shit.
go and see the fucking.
I want to watch a travel
You're
series
a
with you in
technical
it. It would just be
I went to that like the thousand. What is it? The
You know,
thousand
Eaj
shrine.
of
And I'm like, oh, it's cool. And I'm like, where are we eating though? What's food?
Me and Connor are exactly the same in that sense because, like, is it like when you go on a trip with someone and they bring out a schedule? I'm just like, oh god.
No. Tell me the restaurants we're going to. What do they specialize in? And also, are we going to have at least 4 meals a day? If not, I'm going to have a problem because when I travel, I want 4 meals a day. Like, I'm just gonna eat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just an absolute.
But you
pig.
can do that, and also in between the meals, you can go.
It's stressful. It's stressful. Like, I want to go to a place, and I just want to have no pressure to go anywhere.
Yes.
If I want to go see something, I will go see something. But like, if I feel like I'm pressured into going somewhere, that just automatically makes me not want to go somewhere. Unless it's a nice restaurant.
Also, it's like it's vacation, right? I don't want to fucking work. You know, I work walking places. Going to see the shrine.
Would you ever consider being a tour guide for your viewers for the right price?
Sure, Chris. I'll
do anything for the right price.
I don't mind. I mean, doing the. Oh, okay, we can't talk about that yet. Okay. All right, it was the Trash Taste special. That was a nice view that we had. I could appreciate that. But then also at the same time, it's like, this is fun for 10 seconds. But then what are we eating?
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be real. Like we probably would have not gone there if it wasn't for.
To be fair, I don't like. For me, when I go to a place, I don't
You
remember
just
what I saw. What I did. I remember what I ate.
I don't know.
Why is that? That's not weird. Come
That's
on.
not weird. I'm the
Yes,
same.
I don't remember what I did in Hokkaido, but I remember the meals. Like
Really?
vividly.
I'm kind of the opposite.
I had a
actually.
big fat crab, and they murdered that crab in front of me, and it was delicious.
I'm actually
No,
the
Chris,
opposite.
it added to the
Like,
flavor. I'm kidding.
Poor old king crab.
as much as like I love the food, like especially in like Hokkaido,
Yeah.
wherever I am, and especially anywhere you go in Japan, the food's always going to be good,
Yeah.
right? But I don't know, like I'm always kind of the one who was like, yes, I remember going here. I'm more of a
don't.
location person than a food person.
I'll just see like a tourist thing pop up, and I'm like, oh, I went there, it's a bit shit.
Well, maybe that's the problem. You're kind of going into it with like a negative mentality, right?
I just want to eat.
Oh, it's just like what is so special about this place? Like I think I grew up with it because anytime my parents would take me to this place, we'd like take the tourist pictures.
Oh my god, yeah, my parents would do that as well.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't fucking care. I just want to be in my hotel room and play my fucking Game Boy.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to chill in the hotel room and just like get some food and watch the
I think you
shit.
just like don't like traveling.
No, I love traveling, but I hate doing
As long
tourist
as there's
stuff.
food.
I
As long as there's
like being in a new place. I just don't like actively going to. I like the environment. I like a new environment. I don't give a shit about like spots, hot spots.
I want to meet people, have like chat, drink, and just eat and chill.
I
Like,
want to do something
don't-
active.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
something active. To me, like going to a place and taking pictures is not like an active thing that I enjoy. If there's like an activity there or something I could do, then yeah, great. I'll fucking go to
Well,
it.
it's weird for me because I don't go to the locations to take photos. If anything, I very rarely take photos at tourist locations because I feel that by taking a photo of something, it's like the only thing you're gonna remember is what's in the photo. Whereas like I want to actually remember
That's
me
some
going
hipster
there,
shit right there, Joe.
then rather than like taking.
I'm the opposite. I just forget everything, so I need to have.
I
Like,
do
a photo
forget
of me
everything.
being like, and that like rekindles the memories that
Really?
I've lost. But
Because-
with my trip to Kyoto, like,
Yeah.
I've got no plan though. Like going on what you guys have been saying, like
Yeah.
this time I'm there for a week, no plan.
Is it vacation or are you filming?
Kind of half and half. Like
Okay,
I'm doing
okay.
a documentary on
Quick
old,
base.
dilapidated Kyoto houses that have been redone and whatnot. And that'd be really
Yeah.
nice. But like really, no plan.
Right.
Hoping to just walk around and see
Don't
what I can
mind
kind of find.
the
Also, I like the feeling of
over the
discovery
hill.
as well. I like going somewhere and not knowing what I'm gonna see. If it's
Right.
if it's all planned and people have like researched this place, and I'm like, I know a really cool place because I've read about it and everything. It feels less special than just like driving around and seeing a cool place and just being
Right.
like, that looks cool. Let's
I
start
mean,
there.
you're completely right. Like my cousin came over last year to Kyoto. We had like one day, and we literally just got in a taxi. I was like, go to Kinkakuji, go to the Fushimi Inari, we'll just do it.
Yeah.
Went to all these like 5 places. It was all right. He saw everything, got the photos, but it wasn't really any good memories or experiences from it as a result.
Well, I mean,
Very much
I don't
mixed
like
taste.
whenever I go
Oh, no,
somewhere, I'm
this
not
is
the
dangerous.
one to be like, all right, these are all the tourist locations. Let's go here. Like I'm still very like picky choosy on
Is-
where I want to go.
Yeah.
Because to me it feels like playing an open world game where you have all of, like the checkpoints like marked out already. Well, I like a Breath of the Wild type of experience where I'm just like exploring that place. Yeah, I mean
You do
that's
get that in Kyoto though. Like Kyoto, you really do feel
Oh, yeah.
like a
Yeah.
video game. You can discover
come
little
attack
shrines,
me.
little restaurants.
Oh, there's so
bars,
many.
coffee shops. There's so many cool.
Well,
little
well,
places.
especially with Kyoto, I actually, if anything, I avoid taking the trains anyway. We always walk from one location to another because
Don't even
the
go on the
walk
trains.
along the way is where you find all the cool shit. Right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you get to go to a tourist destination, so it's like best of both worlds, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like for me, my ultimate holiday or my ultimate tourist spot is just put me in like a cool
I stand the
place,
whole.
just
I
don't
just
tell me
realized I
about
stand the
that
whole
place
team
and
for
just
you.
Let me discover it
same,
myself.
Oh no.
It was so hot in Kyoto. I remember sweating my ass off there.
Well, when
It was
did you
awful
go?
in
When
the
did you
summer,
summer?
like July or something.
Yeah, we went there too. It was
But I was gonna die.
horrible.
Did not like that. Did not like Japanese summer.
I
It was
was
as
eating
bad
them.
as everyone said it was going to be. But I thought everyone was exaggerating. So I was like, there's no way it can be that awful. But it was.
No, it's pretty bad. Finna open this sake and have a bit of a taste test.
So Chris, what are your New Year's resolutions for this year?
To be on Trash Taste. A third time.
third time.
A third time.
third
After
time.
this. After this.
Wow. Well, you are the first guest of 2021.
I'm the first reoccurring
First
guest.
You're the first
Recurring
reoccurring
guest.
guest.
And I got my thing up on the wall. I
Yeah.
love you
Yeah.
guys, especially Jelly.
How do you feel with next to all these like
Will he
A
heal
little
his
more
brother
elaborate
here?
species.
No,
I
he will
put
heal his
a
brother.
lot more effort into theirs than I did. I looked like I was like scribbling it the last minute before I got on a train or something. New Year's resolution: get into shape.
Bye-bye, brother
I think
here.
I say that every year. I
Every-
fail.
I mean,
Everyone says that
that's
every
like
year.
the most generic
All
New
right,
Year's
it is
resolution
rubbish.
anyone could.
Are you actually
go
going
for.
to though?
I want to do something really bold, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna say I want to make Natsuki famous. My good friend Natsuki.
I would argue
Famous.
that Natsuki is kind of already
Like
famous. though.
Yeah.
world level, global, Tom Cruise level famous.
Is that possible? Is that possible? How would you go about doing something like that?
I think at first you would have to get to that point, right?
You said I'm not world famous.
The
Yeah, good
world
point.
famous Chris Broad.
Fucking hell, Jerry, that's a lot, isn't it?
Chris
Jesus
Broad.
Christ.
It just takes slow.
I'm gonna be in a hospital by the end of this.
Alright.
Oh, for hers as
Oh my
well.
god, EQ.
Aw.
Interesting fact. Depending on how you drink sake,
Okay,
like in a
this
cup
is
or a glass, it smells and tastes
A
different.
pretty good one.
Well, that's kind of like how
It
wine
tastes differently
works,
because
right?
if your
He
nose is
did
over
one
the glass,
shot
you get more of
my-
the scent
It's
of the
commonly
sake.
known. Commonly known.
Common
knowledge.
knowledge.
So,
Common knowledge, right?
Somebody's going to
Pretty
destroy
good,
me
eh?
in the comments. He's wrong about everything.
It's
Anyway,
okay.
cheers.
Nobody comes here for
cheers.
actual
That was
knowledge.
super close. He did
2021.
one shot.
Let's make it a good one.
Yes.
Yeet.
Let's taste that, Chris.
One.
You've got shit taste. So we've got a trash taste on.
I'm gonna get
easy to try.
That's
very
smooth.
41.
That goes down smoothly.
That is
yeah.
very
Felt like
smooth.
James Bond, where they have to say the title of the Bond film every time.
41
Have you
points for
guys
the
ever had a New Year's
shot.
resolution?
come off it! Oh my god, it's good. That costs like
After that, I will
$12.
get
$12.
mine.
Being a
stuff.
baby.
That's expensive for sake, dude. Some sake bottles are like $4.
on
No
my
expense spared for you, Connor.
It tastes like a sour
Right.
barrel.
Oh,
But thank you,
Yes,
Chris. I
Is that cultural
appreciate it.
appropriation?
Legendary
Disrespectful to the
Listen,
Yeah, you're disrespectful to the people who made the sake.
dragons. I don't have a dragon juice. I only have a dragon
It's
in
not
the
bad.
other
It's not bad. It's just I don't really drink like strong liquor.
Gonna be him.
I'm a bit of a
Yeah.
little bitch with that stuff. I
Wait,
won't
what?
lie. I'll do a shot reluctantly, but you know when we go out
Chris,
to a
what?
cigar bar or whatever, we'll
you
go.
go to a cigar bar.
Yeah, we went to a cigar
We're
bar.
gonna take you. Oh my God,
Yeah,
Chris,
yeah.
come on. So we'll go, and these boys will be like, "We have to get whiskey because we're civilized men, you know." And I'm like, "I'll have the pinkest drink that you have,"
Green.
and I have no problem with doing that because I know what I like, Chris.
Does the drink name have the word bitch in it? I'll have it.
Which one has glitter in it? Tell me that.
Have you brought out your own like trash taste sake yet?
No,
Oh my
Nice alcohol
God.
range.
Is
trash
that
taste
something you could hook up for us, Chris? Do you know a
Certainly
guy?
is,
You know,
certainly
Can we make that a New Year's resolution for Trash Taste? Release a Trash Taste sake.
range.
I
You
wanna.
could each like make the drink. You could like choose what's in the sake or the beer. You could
Can we actually do that?
with each person. Yeah.
Wait, Chris,
At
hook
my
us up.
sake brewery that I have now.
Wow.
In my imagination.
Can we have what we need? We need to do that for a special and have Chris be the chief taste
Yeah.
Time
tester.
to make
I would be up for
one.
You would be,
Yeah.
of course
I
you
would
would.
do that.
Okay,
I
okay.
will choose the best sake.
I've actually looked into like crafting my own beer and your own wine, and apparently it's illegal in Japan.
Yeah.
Apparently, even though you can buy kits in Japan, but it's illegal to make it, but you can buy the kits.
What the fuck you do with the kids? You just prop it up on a shelf.
It's like
My prized sake building kit
well,
right here.
it's good. Like they have like radios as well. Like when
Yeah.
we got walkie
Hey,
talkies. The laws in Japan are really strict with walkie talkies. Given you can't use some frequencies. Half the shit on Amazon in Japan is like the illegal frequencies, and it's like, why are these being sold? What?
Good God. Did you get like police on it while you were...
You could. You might accidentally get like the police like picking you up, you know, being
Get
like,
the FBI.
be pretty scary, wouldn't it? So
You're on the other end of it.
oh, Joe, I can see your ass, and then a police officer's like starts
God.
talking shit to you. Oh my God.
I was trying to ask this earlier, but have you guys ever had a New Year's resolution that you've actually kept to? Or like, have you guys actually had a New Year's resolution period?
I did actually have one to lose weight, and I did actually lose weight that year.
How much?
Fuck you, Chris. I'm kidding. I think I
1
lost
pound.
8 kilograms that year.
8 kilograms?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh, was that the year where you
Used to
ate
be a little
nothing but
chunky.
chicken and broccoli?
Yeah. I was
that you-
a bit of a chonker, dude. I was a little bit of a chubby
That's
boy.
the thing, though. You know, you were saying like, oh yeah, I want to lose
Dude,
weight.
look at my old videos,
No,
dude. I was
that's the
chubby.
thing. Like, I have old photos of you, and like you're in some of my old videos as well. And back then, I was like, no, he's fine. He looks
Yeah.
like a healthy weight. But then I look at you now.
Why are you laughing at my meals, Chris?
Picture you there with like chicken and broccoli every day.
Yeah, it was
In a bowl,
depressing.
like,
It was
it's
fucking
not
awful.
Again.
Yeah.
200 days.
I pretty
Day 100.
chicken and broccoli.
I pretty much just was like, all right,
Yeah,
the
at
highlight of my day was the
I will
protein
win
shake, which was
for
somewhat
100.
sweet. I was like, oh, this is
Win this
amazing.
one for sure. For the other, I can.
chicken and broccoli in it.
Can see if I can win.
Sadly, I would have my like,
chicken and broccoli.
Yes.
on my
it would be
Will
like
be the
white
team.
chocolate protein shake, and it would not taste
Yeah,
like white
this will be the
chocolate.
team.
And then I would go home and be depressed and eat and cook fucking chicken
Chicken
and
and
broccoli
broccoli.
for like the 5th time that week.
Oh,
My-
I just imagine you like in the supermarket, and your trolley's just full of nothing
My
but chicken
my
and broccoli.
roommate hated it because we would take turns cooking, right?
Right.
So they would cook something, and,
Yeah.
and I, you know, if it was not very good for you, all right, fine, you know. But then I'd be like, guess what? We're having tonight. Guess what I'm making tonight?
Chicken and broccoli.
It's the Connor specialty. It's steamed chicken and broccoli.
I think that should be your resolution for this year. Chicken and broccoli on a daily basis. For the whole year.
To be fair, not that difficult because in the Family Mart you can get those chicken tikka breasts.
So did you like mix up the dish every day? Like one day it was like chicken and broccoli and a curry. Next day.
No, it was
Oh,
just.
for God's sake! So it's literally just chicken and broccoli.
It's literally
on a
just
plate.
steamed chicken and broccoli.
I would boil the broccoli and I would chuck the chicken in the oven with some like peri peri like seasoning, and that was it.
Make a Sea Dog VA cookbook.
Sorry, guys.
Broccoli cookbook.
I feel so sorry for seeing
Oh.
that, man.
The thing- I mean, okay, it's like it's tough because at the time I think the problem is now is that I socialize because I think when you
I'm too social for
when
chicken
you
and
actually have friends that you go out with,
Yeah.
because in the UK you don't actually go out that much with your friends. Like I think it's a bit of an event.
In the UK, it's more of like a weekend thing, right?
Yeah, but yeah, right.
Whereas moving to Japan, especially as a YouTuber,
You do it in the week a lot.
Yeah, you go out during the week a lot, even if it's just going to go out for like a lunch or a dinner.
I think I meet people for lunch or dinner at least 3 times a week now.
Yeah.
And like it's so hard to diet when you're going out and you're having lunches and
Boom,
and,
boom,
because
boom,
normally when you
boom,
have lunch on your
boom.
own, you might have a sandwich. When
Yeah.
you go to a restaurant to have lunch, it's always just it's so fucking much.
Yeah.
Why have you got that face, Chris?
Chicken and broccoli.
So if you don't socialize, it's really easy to just feed yourself fucking garbage and just be like, all right,
Like-
fucking chicken and broccoli.
Right.
okay.
Yeah, and, I mean, in the UK, you go out to meet a mate, and it's either a sesh
Yeah.
or harder sesh or like a fucking
And
disgusting
you have like a fucking
sesh.
giant curry
You know?
or a kebab, you know, and you
Yeah.
fucking kill yourself. But if you're at home, you know, it's really easy to just eat a lot of broccoli.
You know, I could probably eat chicken and broccoli if it was peri peri seasoning. Honestly, like
Yeah, because like when you said like chicken and broccoli, I thought like maybe like salt and pepper.
Yeah, salt and pepper.
But if
Yeah,
it's
of course, of
peri
course.
peri seasoning or like some kind of like
Little
bit.
marinade, then it's a little better.
Not
right?
much. I would buy this like pre-packaged garbage, and it would like you would have to put it on the chicken before you cooked it.
Right,
And they
yeah.
would say like, oh, it would be in the picture it looked like absolutely coated. But what would end up happening is one splodge of this chicken would have a fuck ton of seasoning, and the rest of the chicken was bone dry because I just burnt the shit out of it.
I got desperate the other day, and I was like really missing. I was really missing Nando's. And I looked up if there was like anywhere you could import Nando's sauce. It was like 50 quid for a bottle of Nando's
fucking
sauce.
hell.
And I was just like, and I clicked the buy button. And I've never felt so disappointed at myself that I've gotten to the point where I've spent 50 quid to buy a bottle of Nando's sauce.
How much
As
well?
I miss-
How much sauce are we talking? Like
It's like a medium bottle, so it's not even that big. I was just missing Nando's so much. I miss peri peri, man. I miss my peri peri chicken.
How much wealth is too much?
Yeah, it'll be worth it when you Plop it on your food.
Plop it on your
So wait,
chicken and broccoli.
what's
That's
the Chris
fair.
Broad diet then? If you're mocking my
don't know.
chicken and broccoli, are you
What
just
is my
fucking
diet?
winging it? Just every day you wake up, you're like, fuck it, might have a chicken tikka.
The only thing I can cook is omelettes. So it's either
That's it.
omelettes or more omelettes.
omelets.
Yeah.
Wait, so what are you eating when you're dieting then?
Omelettes, isn't it?
Just omelets every meal. You like it's like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. Know what time that is? Another omelet.
Well, you can mix it up there. You can have like cheese in it. You can have chicken. You
can't
can
have
broccoli.
cheese when you're dieting.
Chicken and broccoli omelette.
Shouldn't be having cheese when
So
you're dieting,
many
Chris. Come
buffs.
on, it's awful for
Protein,
you.
isn't it? Protein.
Cheese
So is
and protein.
chicken and broccoli.
You know what would spice up an
Oh
omelet?
my god, that was close to
Chicken
dying.
and broccoli.
Take the trash taste diet, ladies and gentlemen. Have chicken and broccoli for a week.
You don't lose on chicken and broccoli, Chris. You just win. You just win.
You should try a chicken and broccoli omelet next.
Haha.
Next
I
week.
also followed this strange YouTube guide that was like, it was apparently this soup that would make you lose weight because it would have negative calories.
What?
But you would have like
is it
mad
just water?
farts. Well, essentially, yeah, because you would put.
Okay, wait. How would you have negative calories?
So the ingredients in it would actually make you like like celery, for
Like
example.
celery, right.
It had a lot of celery in it, so you would end up. It actually took more calories to quote unquote eat, like digest it than it was to eat it.
Really?
And I would make this giant thing of it. And it was just a bunch of fucking vegetables, like
How did it
onions,
taste?
cabbage. Like fine, because you would put
Yeah,
like
pure water.
onion soup
No,
powder
Siege
in it,
Battle, let's
and,
check
like,
out
a
Siege,
can of
of
tinned
course.
tomatoes. So it just tastes like a shitty minestrone soup.
Right.
But you would have like a giant fucking bowl of this shit, and you're like, oh my god. 20 minutes later, your stomach is still full, but you're like, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. And you're full, but you're farting non-stop as well. It was awful. I couldn't stop farting. And
That's where all the calories.
yeah,
going.
and the comments on this video are all about how people cannot stop farting eating this, and about how it's causing problems.
That's what you use all the calories for, like for the violent shit.
Honestly, it was embarrassing. I was on like the train. Like, I just every time I managed to
Oh,
shoot
I'm
one in, 10
pretty
seconds
sure
later, another one would
that's
claw its way
very
out.
bad. That's definitely hard, but, yeah.
I was like, so I just give up and start farting. Because I was also trying to exercise as well, and there's nothing worse than needing to fart while you're running. Because how do you? Because when you're
That's how you shot yourself.
because when you're sitting down, you can kind of like.
You can gauge if
You
there's
can,
a solid.
you can
or
kind of
not,
like
right?
you can kind of maneuver it out, you know. Yeah, you know, you can kind of like massage it out of your cheeks. But you're farting when you're running. It's like, do I just let this boy come out at full speed? But then you realize the treadmill's so fucking loud that you're like, just fart away.
Yeah.
No one's
Yeah.
gonna care.
Disgrace. Disgraceful.
Just fuck off.
A British gentleman.
Oh,
There's no way they'll hear. 'Cause I'm fucking on the treadmill.
Well, I told you my New Year's resolution, but like, and you said like, is there a resolution you can keep? The only way is to do like, become a better person. Keep it vague, right? And then you can decide the parameters on the fly.
How many
And then you're like, I'm probably a better
If,
person.
if
now.
it's at that point, then
Become
you
a
might
good
as well
person.
just say
Okay, he
stay
took my
alive.
video,
Become a
so
better
I'll
person.
be taking
Eat
my
food.
video to anything.
I'm going to eat this
Take a
chicken.
shit.
What's your
I
resolution?
think his name is Olivia.
I never really like made
Liana.
resolutions because like I used to when I was
Olivia, I
little
think
because
so,
my entire family would. So I was like, oh, I guess I have to make one too.
Yeah.
But then I don't think I've ever kept a resolution my entire life. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm too overambitious with my resolutions.
Like, what are
The
they?
most ambitious resolution you've ever seen.
Help
I
me.
don't know.
Mine-
10 ambitions.
My New Year's resolution this year is to do a
Skill
video with
with
Chris
where
Broad
he's
on my
speed
channel.
and
Cheers.
But I don't know what the fuck to do with you, Chris.
Broccoli and chicken. Chicken and broccoli special. With an omelette. With an omelette. Abroad in a pan. My spin-off channel. Here we go. Here we go.
Master Chef with Chris Broad, who makes the best omelette.
You ever heard of omelets before?
It's going to be great. My real resolution, though, is to do a life-changing event this year.
What does that mean,
That's
Chris?
positive. Something good. Something
That's
big.
positive.
A big life-changing event.
What counts as a life-changing event?
Yeah.
Sounds really bad, like breaking my arm for fun, but like, I don't know, like making something or doing a challenge, like doing a really crazy challenge that is
Right.
like amazing and wow. It's very vague, isn't it?
How
They're
about- how about
Please help me with ideas in the comments.
How about a race across Japan?
across Japan? Race.
Race to Mount Fuji.
Race to Mount Fuji again. I want to do something really big, and really stupid and awesome that will define me for the rest of my life.
It'll define.
And that is my New Year's resolution.
That's like a fucking massive goal. Because how do you define?
Yeah, I was about to say, don't be too over ambitious, right? Like that's
talking about over ambitious
that sounds
resolutions.
hella over ambitious.
Why not? Why not? I'm
I
31 this year.
I want Chris to have his own NHK show. I want Chris on TV, but
Been
his
on
own
NHK
TV.
before.
I want your own
Not
TV
doing
show.
it again.
I want your own
Yeah.
TV show called
I-
Are You YouTuber, where you interview different YouTubers.
I mean, I've yeah.
Have a
like a street interview thing where you go up to like random foreigners in Japan and go,
Are
"Are
you
you YouTuber?"
Are you
Oh
YouTuber?
gosh. I mean, yeah.
have a second TED talk.
a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How can you top that?
That's like
you
my
know
goal.
what?
You've
That's my resolution. I want to do a TED talk
On what?
anything.
Anything.
animated.
Anything,
Animated.
yeah, anything.
I don't
Like,
fucking know.
if the offer comes up and it's like, I don't care if it's like YouTube based or anime based or I don't know,
I can
maybe
just imagine
Japanese
it.
based or something.
Dear
fucking-
Joey, the University of Tokyo needs your help. We need anime titty expert for our TED for our centerpiece TED talk.
I mean, I've seen so many TEDx talks where it's just like there's not a
point.
whole lot of like educational
The
value
problem
to it.
with
It's just
TEDx
fun.
The problem
Yeah.
with TED Talks in general is that they'll often propose a problem, like the world's going to end, and they'll make you depressed, and then you're kind of waiting for a solution. They're like, well, then they're like, good luck with that, everyone. And then they walk off stage. It's like, you told us the problem, great. What's the solution? I feel like they don't do that enough in a lot of TED Talks.
My favorite one is when they talk about something for like 20 minutes and they segue into the actual topic and there's like 3 minutes left. Those are my favorite TED Talks.
But that's what I've noticed, right? Like a lot of TEDx talks are just kind of let's get this person who's really passionate about something and just make them spew their passion for 15 to 20 minutes.
Spew their
Well, I think Adam Savage did a really good one, right? About
Yeah, his
cosplay.
love letter to cosplay.
That's
right?
really
Yeah,
good,
that
yeah.
one was really good. It
I
had
haven't
nothing.
seen that one.
Yeah, it's basically him just saying like, yeah, I've been to Comic Cons and comic conventions for the past like 15 years, and I've always cosplayed at one of them. So apparently there was I forgot which one it was, but there was like I think it was like New York Comic Con or something where he cosplayed as No Face
brain
from
is
Spirited Away.
functioning
And, you know, in that
well,
one it's like a
but
full-on
my
costume.
voice not
And
sure.
because the character doesn't talk, no one knew it was him until after the convention when he said, "Yeah, that was me,"
That's trippy.
and everyone was like, "But I talked to you and took a photo with you. What?"
That's pretty cool.
Didn't Bryan Cranston cosplay as Bryan Cranston from like Breaking Bad? Like no, he liked like no, he wore like a Bryan Cranston mask in like one of the Comic Cons and like wore like the Walter White costume and just walked around and no one knew it was Bryan Cranston the
that's
entire
so
time.
That is insane.
We gotta cook, Jesse.
It's like, wow, you do a really good impression.
Oh my god.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I guess my New Year's resolution is to get a schedule for my uploads. I think.
Good one, Garn.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
You've been saying that for the past 10 years, I reckon.
As long as I've known Garn, there has been
Okay, okay.
like mystical schedule somewhere that exists in the sky.
I mean, I can relate to you. What dictates
They
your schedule?
started
Because my
fighting.
schedule used to be really chaotic.
Yeah, right now, like before, okay, so there was my schedule before Trash Taste and then after Trash Taste. And before Trash Taste, there was less of a schedule, but at least I could guarantee, hey, I will make like at least 2 videos a month and it will come out. And now it's just, okay, I finished the video. I don't know when the next video is going to be. And
I'll buy this
yeah,
game.
it's,
I'll buy
I mean,
this.
my personal schedule this year, especially for the last 6 months, has been like way more chaotic compared to my entire 5-year career on like YouTube or whatever.
Get
It's
a
fun.
win streak.
You managed to
Ooh.
get a schedule for Trash Taste in 6 months, and you've been doing your own channel for 13 years, and you still can't get a schedule going.
Oh boy.
It's weird talking to Joey and Connor and hanging out with them and hearing how you can be ahead of the schedule
aura.
and have videos planned out ahead. And I'm just like, what is this 5-head move that I've never heard of before?
I mean, like, that would freak me and stress me the fuck out if I brought out a video and I had
Nothing else ready, yeah.
Welcome to my world, Joey.
Yeah, well, welcome to my
I don't
world.
know how you two do it. Like,
Well, the pressure's on to make the videos count.
Do you not feel like though,
Gotta
like
make
the
the video
moment,
count.
like you
I'm
can't
still waiting for
enjoy your
this to
weekend
come.
or whatever, because sometimes you're just worrying about like, fuck, I haven't got the video done. Okay.
Yeah. A lot
Yeah,
of the time.
that is a big problem that I'm trying to solve. Like I see
Yeah.
you guys on weekends, I'm just like, whoa, these guys don't look stressed about
Well,
making videos at all.
I try to, But yeah, I'm just gonna try to take at least Saturday and maybe Sunday off. But
Yeah.
always try to at least take one day off where I don't do something.
Yeah, I
but
try
I
to
normally
Really
always
nice thing
fail.
to-
I always try and take at least like 2 days off. Like it doesn't have to be a weekend, just any 2 days within the week. Just a day where I'm just not working on a video, not planning anything, just chilling, doing hobbies or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just change.
Because otherwise
my
I'd go in.
content.
Oh, I
Just
mean,
make simpler videos, like me just reacting.
Yeah, Chris reacting to
yeah,
people
Chris
reacting to
reacting.
Chris.
But here's the thing: it's like, at least my personal goal for 2021 of YouTube is to be like a lot more ambitious in my videos. But the problem with more
Okay,
ambitious,
Why
Why are
are
you
you
laughing?
What do you mean by ambitious?
as in like videos that take more preparation
Life-changing.
to like
Probably
actually
get
film
pro
and
right
kind of
now.
construct and a lot more like narrative based. I guess that
You deserve
requires a
this.
little more
You
preparation
are
than
one of
just
the MVP
writing a
of my
script
video.
or
That's
flicking on a camera and starting to talk, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is with that is that if I want to also maintain a schedule, which I would like to, then I also have to plan things way ahead of time as well.
Right.
So like as of right now, I am like about a month and a half ahead in terms of videos.
God, you bastard.
Yeah, I have like
Yeah, I know, right?
I've like-
that's my exact reaction. Like,
I've
fuck
got like
you.
the next video filmed and I've got to edit it. And then
Yeah.
I've got like another 2 ready to go. But like,
yeah, I've already filmed like 6 videos. It's just waiting to get edited.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, because I think hanging out with you guys, I've realized I've just kind of normalized working every day.
You
and
are my
I've realized that's just
queen.
not normal.
Right.
And
Well, but the thing is that like I'm also working every day, but also, making content for the Anime Man channel is not the only thing I do now.
Yeah.
I have like Trash Taste and I have like my other hobbies that I want to,
You've
put
been
in.
everywhere the last few months.
Yeah.
You've collabed with like everyone and their mum over the last 3 months.
Pretty
I've seen
much,
like
yeah.
It's Joey again. Oh, it's Joey there.
Yeah, but
Everywhere, even in my videos, he's there.
Yeah,
he's
I know.
everywhere. It's mental.
yeah, so many people are like I think there was one week where you uploaded an episode of Journey Across Japan, and then I also did a video
Jack,
on the same
Decepticon
day
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are like, how is he at home filming with Jack
It's magic.
when he's on a road trip with Chris right now?
How can he do it?
How is he doing it?
I don't know.
Did he like go back home quickly and then like join up again with Chris afterwards? Like,
everywhere?
Logistics.
Everywhere, yeah.
yeah.
I would like to get more collab into my content. That's another New Year's resolution. I want to shift
Where
my
is
content that's
Braha?
more friendly for collabs because like I
What
don't
is my
think
Braha?
I think I've done one
Okay.
collab in my life.
Where
And
the
that's been
shoes
pretty
then,
much
okay.
it for
What
my
do you do with
entire
the
time on
arcade?
YouTube, and that's just because my content doesn't really lend well for collabs. Because
Yeah,
the only way I could collab if I could have like a guest reviewer, and like what I think when I see guest reviewer is like, remember those like that guy with the glasses
I hate that.
review collabs where it's just like, hey, here's an expert on the subject, and it would be like the most awkward scripted joke to introduce them,
And
and
then they're not as charismatic, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh well, I kind of.
I've made those videos back in my day, where like when I had like more of like the scripted like rant type of videos,
Yeah.
I would always have like a friend of mine come in being like, "What are you doing here?"
yeah, that exact
Whoa,
thing.
I'm here to talk about this. It's just so not. It's just like, that's what it's like.
That was literally what it was like. Just like you would
How
have
did this man get a YouTube channel? How did he make it grow? That's what I want to know.
It was the most like unnatural like Guy Fieri-esque like I'm here now. Let's talk about whatever, you know.
the
That's
worst
about
parts,
shit.
the worst ones were when it was scripted, as if you both didn't know you were going to be in this video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the whoa, what are you doing here type of thing. So
Yeah.
like you can make that funny, but when it's like a scripted type of like discussion based video, there is no natural way to write that
I
in
know
a script.
I've always found it
sorry.
awkward and cringy as fuck.
Yeah,
and
and that's why I stopped
there
doing
you
it
go,
because
yeah.
I look back at those videos, I'm like, oh, that was a mistake.
It shouldn't
I
matter.
shouldn't have done that.
And I guess like I've been in plenty of collabs this year, and I kind of realized, man, this is
Awesome.
kind of fun. I want to do this stuff.
I'm the same. I didn't really
Good
collab much.
required
You were the
ones,
first person
I
I did a
guess.
collab with, on the original Journey Across Japan.
Oh yeah,
And you got a bit of hate for it, I
yeah.
find. Because, like, at first your viewers are like, who's this person in your videos? They've kind of broken into the world, right? They always feel like it's nice to have that
Especially when it's
personal
another
connection.
YouTuber, right?
Yeah, another YouTuber. But this time there was nothing like that. Everyone loved you because it's been accepted. And I do quite like doing collabs now. It's quite fun.
Yeah.
Oh
You have to
my
find the
balance.
god!
You have to find the right people.
The right situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes like you.
Oh,
you
they are
look at a,
unreal.
sometimes like I've done so many collabs in my time where I've kind of figured out like just because you're friends with a particular YouTuber and just because you guys can supposedly talk about whatever in your off time, it doesn't necessarily mean that they can be in any video you want of any topic.
Yeah, and I typically
It's
wait
free.
until I've known that
Okay.
person.
That's
like, a year
interesting.
or two.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple
another-
said you can.
Fuck, Chris.
Wait,
I've got a calendar on my wall. Just countdown to collab with Chris.
Maybe your New Year's resolution for 2022. your New Year's resolution for 2021 is get friendly with Chris.
You also, at the end of the day, it's kind of awkward, right? If like you bring a non-stop bunch of guests off, and what if they're just more entertaining than you? Constantly, like every single
But that's
guest
the
you
other
bring
thing,
on.
right? It's like that's the other thing. Like if you hang out with a person enough, and that you especially work in the same field, you kind of get the idea of like, okay, this is their video, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't outchat
It's like unspoken etiquette. You know
right.
what I mean?
Like I'm not gonna because I did my best to not. Fucking take too much of the spotlight away from Chris because I'm like, because I'm like, this is like, I understand this is Chris's channel, this is his show. So
And I was like that in your video when you did the capsule hotel.
Yeah,
the
right?
Shipping
Yeah.
container.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'll just be the twat in the hammock.
You just
for
kind of
the
like
next 10 hours.
follow their lead, right? Because
Right.
they're going to do the over-the-top intro or whatever.
right.
and then
So
just
like,
kinda-
you kind of just have to learn that through experience.
Yeah,
I find.
you just got to be you just got to like
Be subservient.
no. I was gonna
be the dog that you are.
I was gonna say be the supporting cast member.
right.
He even uses him.
Subservient.
Now I will stun you. Okay, I will stun
Oh
you.
god. Oh god.
Know your place.
Do your pigs, piece of.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shall we get naked and in the bath now? We're doing a shot. And you're going to like it.
That's kind of like what it was.
What happened with the 1,000-year-old love?
Yeah.
Joey.
Where is he?
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I also want to. I also want to keep doing collabs as well, but I kind of
You're
again.
the collab king.
Yeah.
And I look at it. I look at
Supposedly.
Come on.
people I know who
Yes,
have done collaborations
thank
before.
you.
You all like probably done it more than anyone.
Yeah, I
From
mean,
the man
Oh,
who
that's
doesn't
it,
say
yeah,
no.
you know.
right. I don't know. I don't know. I just have like I feel there's like a totally different quality to doing a collab, regardless of what the content might be.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
in my
What?
opinion, if someone told me, okay, you can make a YouTube channel and you can have all these millions of subscribers with millions of views, but you can't collab with anyone,
Right.
I'd kind of be like, well, what's the point?
That's fucking lying. That's a fuck off.
Because like legit, like if I did an entire year worth of content, if I did an entire why are you laughing? If I did it like legit, like if I did an entire year worth of content just by myself,
It wouldn't be fun.
it would get boring.
I would be like, it's not fun, but I'm still getting paid. Fuck it. I'll do it.
I'm gonna be honest, lads. The suck is hitting, and I don't know why.
Gotta finish the bottle.
Cause you're drinking sake.
It's delicious. What can I say?
Come on,
It's
fucking hell.
fuck,
We've
dude.
all nearly finished.
It's like drinking fucking paint cleaner straight from the barrel.
I bought it just for you, Connor.
Shouldn't
No,
have.
you
had
I
it.
didn't,
drink. I'm gonna be
Chris.
personally
You
offended.
want to be friends with Chris, right?
Chris,
Yeah.
make a
Probably-
video
Chris
why I
probably-
hate Connor Sea Dog
You
VA.
probably bought too much, and you were like, "Fuck it, let's unload one on the boys." That's
How dare you? How dare you, Connor?
I know you have the British mindset. I know how it is with gifts and us. Come on, it's a last minute thing, and you're like, "Oh fuck it,
$12, Connor. I spent.
I'll pay you $12 to not bring it next time
Send it back.
to get me something else. Get me a wine or something."
Okay, then like who, say if like gone, Chris, like who is like other than the people you already know, who is a YouTuber that you would want to probably collab with the most?
Well, I mean, Chris, you have to say my name that quickly. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. I'm kidding.
It's a really
Oh, that's
difficult
right.
question. I don't.
Sorry.
Like, is there a type, or like maybe not a particular person, but like, is there a type of YouTuber
Susan
you'd like to collab with?
Wojcicki, maybe?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Woj, is it Woj?
I don't fucking know. It's
Susan
My-
Wojcicki or something. I don't
Wazowski?
know.
Wojcicki?
Wazowski.
Yeah. What the? Oh yeah.
Remove the
CEO,
trailer
best
for
friend.
it
Best
to
friends.
prevent
Yeah.
it from
Shout
being
out
Your
annoying.
biggest fan.
Yeah, I saw that. I couldn't believe it.
That was really weird.
That was surreal. That.
Couldn't believe that either.
'Cause,
And
like,
also,
every
YouTube, the actual
time
official YouTube channel,
you can
commented on our
just,
video
you know,
when we saw Mount Fuji saying
like
congratulations.
have a
Oh, was that on
last-minute
our
clash
video?
I didn't even know
with
YouTube had an official.
I thought it was the Fukushima video that they commented on.
No, they commented on us.
Should've
Oh no, that was Susan. Yeah, that was Susan. But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
YouTube official channel.
Right.
When we saw Fuji, like, well done, lads. And I was like, is that someone?
Hell
pretending?
yeah.
YouTube has an official channel with 35 million subscribers.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
wished us good luck.
God
so,
damn.
Thanks, YouTube.
Thank you, YouTube.
Now stop demonetizing my content, please.
Yeah, I don't know who I'd want to collab with. I feel like if I knew who I wanted to collab with, I
You
need
would have
to.
done it by now.
Yeah, I'm like I need to figure out what kind
I-
of content I would want to do first. Because
Right.
the thing I hate the most is seeing collab content that's
Super
very
forced.
obviously collab, like very forced collab content.
Desperate.
Looks like in your recent one, it makes sense to have someone else there to play off of, right? And sorry.
Yeah, I'm right here.
This guy.
I mean, Joseph.
Unfortunately, I refuse to say his name since he took my spot. Chris promised his spot for me, and then Joey came in and swooped it away. I couldn't believe it. The audacity. I'm kidding.
Oh
by the
my
way,
fucking
obviously.
god!
Oh, you fucked it.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh.
It's this wine bottle opener. This is
yeah.
the $1 fucking wine bottle opener for Daiso.
That's
You
fucked
didn't need to drink that anyway.
Oh, that's the wine out the window.
It gives it a more earthy texture. Anyway,
This is good wine as well. I fucking picked this out.
I used to work at a castle, and I did that an awful lot. When I was
Really?
serving guests, I'd
You
fuck
worked
it
at a
up.
castle?
yeah,
There's a
what's
castle.
significant about the castle here?
Hold on a second. You worked at a castle.
Well, which
Did
castle?
I mention I served Prince Andrew and Elon Musk?
What?
Not the
What?
same night. That'd be mental. But like,
What? Wait, how is this the first I'm hearing of this?
yeah.
This is the first time hearing of this from me.
not the
Okay, no,
Sake.
please
It's not
expand.
the sake talking. Well,
Come on.
I worked at a castle and Elon Musk had his birthday.
Which castle?
I don't really want to say.
Windsor?
but- Windsor Castle. Well, it's more than Windsor Castle.
I don't know. It's the only one I
Every
know.
town in the UK has a
there's,
castle
there's
somewhere.
like 4 next to
There's
where I
a
grew up.
All right.
But like, yeah, Elon Musk had his birthday, and I had to bring out his rocket-shaped birthday cake and see
Rocket
his
shaped
birthday.
birthday
Yeah.
cake.
Does he also have a Lightning McQueen bed at home?
Did he rock up with just the biggest blunt in his hand?
What the fuck?
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
probably.
no, he did. But I, he did. No defamation here.
Oh,
But like,
oh.
oh no, it's breaking.
Grab it by the hand.
This is so tense.
So I did see, Chris, that there was a Japan Times article that heavily featured you, which was discussing the reaction videos about Japan.
Yeah.
Was there a Japan Times article?
Yeah, there
about
was
it?
a Japan Times
and it was
article.
the first time I really heard about it. For some reason, since September, there's been about 25 reaction videos to Abroad in Japan from primarily Japanese YouTubers. And I didn't know that. I thought there was like 2 or 3. Then I read the article on Japan Times. It's weird they felt that was a topic.
Right.
I'm great they did. Thank you, Japan Times. But yeah, they were like, it's becoming really popular. I think people are getting really interested in
Just
hearing what
no.
Japanese people
The
think.
rest
of
have
foreigners
no-
living in Japan and
You just
reacting
feel
to it.
But then when you ask them, they're just like,
no.
oh, the fucking game.
Yeah, they're just like, they're there.
I think people want it to be a lot more interesting than it actually is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I've watched a few, and they're not.
That's the thing. I'd be more
Good.
inclined to hear what a Japanese person would think if they were actually giving, you know, an opinion. But
Yeah.
they're not. They're usually just like,
I mean, as someone who doesn't really understand why reaction videos are good, I found it quite difficult to grasp. And I've watched a few, and you know, because they're Japanese, they're very nice and kind and polite. If they're
Right.
British, they'd be like, "This guy's a prick.
Yeah.
What's he talking like?"
But
because they're
I would
Japanese,
argue that's
they're
more of an
respectful.
interesting content, right? Like, at least you get to hear someone's opinion, whether it
Yeah.
be positive or negative, rather than just, you know, a like on the fence type of like, oh
Perhaps.
yes, this is a video indeed.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause it's just if someone watches your video and they're silent and they get 1 million views, there's something about that that's like, okay.
But like one guy did do that.
Yeah.
He's just going. It's just me saying something like, "Don't do this." In
it's
Japan."
literally just 1 million people
And
who
he
came
goes,
for anime reaction noises, right?
So like, how many videos does your original video? I mean, how many?
How much sake have you had?
let me rephrase that. How many views does your original video have?
So I don't actually know. I think it's like 10 million views.
It's
on
ridiculous.
Wait, which?
that
It's
is.
the 12 things you.
12
Come
things I've seen in
back,
Japan. It's got like
bitch.
10 million views.
Disgusting.
And that is the one they have been reacting to most, I think.
Right.
Yeah, because I find that like I have like a few select videos that people react to as well, and for some reason like all of them just blow up. I mean, like compared to like any of my other videos, they all like do amazingly well. So I feel like, you know, it's weird seeing someone react to your videos, especially if it's just like okay, and it's I don't know how. So I assume you've watched people react to your videos.
I've watched like 2 or 3, and they're all right. They're nice. They're great, respectful. The one that I did, I think the most successful one that's got millions of views. It's weird. Someone's got millions of views, millions of views reacting to my video. That's kind of surreal. But
How do you feel about them possibly making, you know, a few $1,000s off of that?
I don't really mind, to be honest. I'm not that bothered.
Just curious, because every creator tends to have a different kind of.
How would you feel about it? And you've probably had that.
I've had that.
I can't remember if I have. I don't think I have, but I think it would probably. I'm just clearly not interesting enough, Chris, compared to yours truly.
Chicken broccoli.
I mean, it's. I guess. Again, I wouldn't do anything, but I might just like mutter. I might be like, oh. Especially if they don't. I think if they're funny, I'll be like, cracking. That's fantastic. But if they're just kind of like you said, just kind of
I get a bit agitated. One of them, the main one, the guy who's got the most views,
Same
nice
here.
bloke. He
You gotta be
disagreed
kidding
with
me.
my number one point on my what not to do in Japan list, right?
Dare he?
Number one point
Ah,
is don't walk
this
down the
is
street
stressful.
in Japan and eat and drink while you're walking. It's not like a law, right? You're not
Yeah.
going to get arrested for doing that.
Yeah.
But people will be like,
It's just like social etiquette.
people will look at you and be like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because in Japan, there's not that many, like,
You never see
dustbins
anyone like.
or
no.
trash cans or trash cans in the street, right? And so you can't throw your stuff away.
true.
But like,
Like, there's a reason why the streets of Japan are so clean.
they're
though.
very
Yeah.
clean,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
people don't tend to eat and walk. But this guy's like, oh no, we do that in Japan. In Osaka, you can do it. And it's like Osaka's different, and in downtown Osaka, you can do it because there's lots of stands for like takoyaki,
Yeah.
fried octopus balls, and there's kind of that.
It's like
culture.
street food culture, right?
It is,
Yeah.
but that's only really in Osaka, and there's not many other places.
Yeah.
That you can do that. Maybe Asakusa in Tokyo,
Yeah.
but in North Japan, if you do that, people will be like,
Yeah, I
bloody
do.
foreigner
I-
walking down the street with his McDonald's. Ugh.
I will admit, I do it when I'm in a bit of a rush. But it's
Breaking
like
the rule.
sometimes, yeah, Chris, I'm breaking the
Disgusting.
law. What am I gonna do?
Disrespecting the culture as
Disrespect.
always.
Oh my
Listen,
gosh.
sometimes I got to be somewhere, and I need fucking food, and I haven't got time
He's like,
to sit
oh,
here
no.
and give a shit about like standing in the Family Mart depressed and eating it. I'm a fucking walk and just shove it down my throat. What? Why are you laughing, Chris? It is how it is.
What you just described is something I do like every week.
Oh no.
Because
Hot chicken.
you see them there in the Family Mart looking out the window like caged animals, like
I
just
am that caged
wishing
animal.
they could walk free and eat their chicken, but sadly they can't.
But like, yeah, I think that was the only point you disagreed with, and it made the video feel a bit redundant. As a result.
Yeah, I feel like if they
It's
almost
almost like, oh, he's a foreigner in Japan. He,
Right,
you know,
right.
His
Yeah.
opinions.
Yeah,
aren't
therefore he
good.
doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe he's not good because he's not
Oh
Japanese.
my
innit?
god.
if you just
I'm
say
sure that's not what they're
Yeah,
going for.
yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
to start any problems online.
But yeah,
I'm thinking of doing
Yeah,
like a
but
react
come back
video to the
and-
react videos, in a reaction video,
Please
and then
do.
react to
Please.
the
That would be amazing.
those are always the funniest.
I've got a
Yeah.
headache just saying it out loud, but it would be like Inception of reaction, and I've got like 25 videos that I can go through.
You have to
Yeah,
do
you-
it now because you've said it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do
And
it.
that will get 1 million views as
Yeah,
well.
that'll
Will
get a
it?
lot of that'll get a lot of views.
What would I call the video?
Chris
Just
Broad
Chris
reacts to
Broad
people reacting to Chris
Japanese
Broad.
people reacting to Chris
Yeah.
Broad.
That's the most confusing thing.
No, but that's amazing because you see that in your sub box. You're like, well, I have to watch this. This is a fucking
Jesus.
mess.
I think Felix did. I think Felix did that a while
Yeah.
back, where he did PewDiePie reacts to. It was like one of the Fine Bros episodes
Yeah.
of them reacting to PewDiePie.
Yeah, and then sometimes
Will-
Fine Bros
will I
have
be
gone
able
far
to
enough
make
to
a comeback?
show that and do
It would
like
be funny
four
if it came.
levels
Yeah,
of
like
it.
4 levels of reactions.
Oh
Yeah.
my
It's like a
God.
reply chain.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like the lowest
Cause-
content, isn't it? In some respects.
Go for it.
Some-
Chris.
some-
Go for it.
Every reaction channel's
Okay,
just.
I
I'm
got
not-
Okay,
no, I'm not
what's
against
the
reaction.
bottom of the barrel?
I'm not
Go on,
cookie.
describe to me the bottom of the
I'm
barrel
not going
content.
down the barrel.
Yeah.
Why not,
I'm
Chris?
not against reaction videos. I watch a lot of reactions to like video games and things, but
Yeah.
I don't know. When I
Like,
looked
you
at
mean Let's
I'm not
You
saying-
sound like a dad.
I do, okay, some reactions and stuff's good, but I feel like it's very much like as someone who spends way too much time trying to make their bloody videos, as you
Yeah.
know as well.
Yeah.
Like to see someone just watch my video and be like, "Oh shit, it's good." Yeah,
Million
and then
views.
get a million views. It's like, oh fuck's sake, why did I bother? Like, why don't
Oh,
I
yeah,
do
no.
that? Maybe
Yeah.
I should be a
Yeah.
react YouTuber, and I'll
And then you try it and you're just like, I
drink
can't.
sucky. I'll be really bitter and angry, and I'll swear loads. It was brilliant.
I mean, that'd be hilarious to watch personally.
Let's do it live. Let's do it now. Let's do
Trash Taste reacts.
Connor, let's
go.
Dog VA.
Why me?
Pole dancing away.
Did you like my
Let's go
pole
off into
dance?
that. It was
Did you
great.
like my
It
pole
was
dancing,
great.
Chris?
It's you three, such an interesting trio of characters. You've got Gant, who does these slickly produced videos, and then you've got Joey's at the forefront of otaku culture and anime. And just Connor's like pole dancing
Hold
and
up.
running host club.
I love how you slipped into your abroad in Japan voice there.
Yeah, right. You can tell, right?
Yeah.
There's a difference. There's
Look
a
at
clear
these
difference.
three
It only
YouTubers.
took one glass of sake.
I guess my channel is to throw shit at the wall and just make it all stick. If not, just
Make it all stick.
glue it back on if it falls off.
Yeah.
Three very diverse kind of characters. Three diverse topics.
I mean, I
Oh.
feel
really
like
like
this
the way
year,
this-
Trash Taste has pretty much been the only big thing that's happened to
I mean,
me
last
this
year gone.
Oh, fuck yeah,
on.
it's
It's
last
last
year.
2021.
We're
I'm
not filming
sorry.
this in 2020, I
No.
swear.
Sorry, this is being produced live apparently. So
Only hours after recording it, it's up on the
This man
channel.
has 4 sips of sake and forgets the
Look,
English
I had a
language.
Power salad, okay. I had a fucking power salad.
There's vodka in it. Vodka.
Got to drink that.
I will drink it all, Chris. I
Go
will.
on. We've all drunk wasake, yeah. You can't.
Like,
get out
what
of
is a New Year's episode without the host getting like
What the
belligerently drunk? You know what I mean?
What a great introduction to 2021. It's just four pieces.
I'm not seeing
it.
enough
Pressuring
movement.
Connor into drinking stuff.
This turned from a discussion to a fucking just bar conversation of us just fucking shouting at each other.
Not gonna lie, half the time I've forgotten. The
We're
camera's
like,
rolling.
what? Oh, do we even have a topic at this point? We're just chatting shit. We're just literally chatting shit.
It's the shittiest episode. Sorry, Chris.
Why have I come back?
Do you have a topic?
No.
Oh, fantastic. All right.
Why don't you like anime, Chris? What's up with that?
I've got nothing. I like anime is great.
Why do you hate people who like anime?
The thing with anime is I watch it and I go, that's good. But then,
the same way a dad sees his son's hobby and is like, that's fine. Go
I
ahead.
watch it, I think, anime is good, isn't it? But I don't know where to go from there. I don't know what's the next level.
So you're saying if we give you a detailed guide on how to watch anime, you will then go ahead.
Well, isn't that what we were supposed to do in the first
No,
episode?
we
we
no,
were
no,
supposed
no,
to do
no,
that,
we weren't.
aren't we?
I mean,
That was a bunch of bullshit.
what do
Yeah.
you get from anime that you don't get from live action kind of films? TV?
Sakuga. Ever heard of that word? No.
Now, why were you saying that shit to him?
What? Because that's the first thing I
Of course he's not
thought
going to
of.
know what that word
The first
is.
thing I thought of.
Because,
That's like trying to explain what a VTuber is to your parents. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
that's true. That's true.
right, Japan has a few TV options, right? For example, they have, this amazing anime with incredible animation, voice acting, really crazy plots. Or Chris, you can watch 24, the Japan remake. Did you know that's a thing?
Oh, I heard about it. but
It's brand new. It's airing now, and
anime?
it's no.
Just actual-
No, live
Actual
action.
live action.
Oh, right.
They're completely remaking, but I think in their own plot, 24, but just Japan.
You know what it's called? It's called 24 Japan.
That doesn't really work, does it?
No,
It's
and
very
it's
self-aware.
and it's pretty bad.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, I watched an episode.
Come
and it
back,
was the shittest
bitches.
Is it like really low budget?
It's
Do they have like a Japanese Jack Bauer?
yeah.
Yeah.
and
Do
it-
they actually?
Yeah.
No, the entire cast is Japanese.
I just think a Jack Bauer personality doesn't really work with.
No, not in
Just-
Japanese
Just
culture.
find Japanese TV's very low budget. Like Trash Taste probably has a bigger budget than most Japanese TV shows.
I don't know about that. We haven't got a guy reacting. Can we have Chris's face when
Yeah, we
ever on
need-
their
we need a
camera?
That's why you hate React channels. Is because that's most of like Japanese TV.
You need
Well,
a
yeah.
React cam in the corner, right?
Absolutely.
Of just someone going.
I was watching. Who's that really famous comedy and also director guy in Japan? He's always on that billboard in Shibuya.
Oh, Kitano Takeshi.
I saw him, and he was on Japanese TV, and he was reacting to this thing, and it was like LGBT stuff. And I've never seen such minimal reaction in my life. He was like a bulldog, just like.
Well,
And,
yeah.
and then it cut to a guy in an onsen giggling, and he was like, and I was like, well, I think I know what he likes. He was like, I don't care for this
They gave
nonsense.
you-
Get that off, It was just funny.
I
It
mean,
was
but
just, it
the-
was
but
just
like-
why there was like 8 hosts and they refused to take the camera off him. It was just
Well,
let's
yeah,
keep
because
him.
I think Kitano Takeshi though is at the point where
He
he
just
has a
doesn't give
status
a
where it's
fuck.
just like as long as he's on the show, people will
It doesn't
watch.
matter. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it
It's
doesn't
just
matter.
name brand at this
yeah,
point,
it's
right?
name
Who,
brand.
so do you want to explain to the audience who he
Okay,
might
so
be?
Kitano Takeshi or Beat Takeshi, as
Okay, I
it's
can
called.
buy
Takeshi's
the.
Yeah, he's founded Takeshi's Castle, and that's where the name comes from. But originally he was a Japanese comedian, and he's basically the
I
reason
want
why
the Sinjo
the whole.
spring.
Jesus Christ, you're right.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to talk about Beat
Pokemon.
Takeshi. You
Fuck
fuck.
that is. Drink this up.
Anyway.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, so Kitano Takeshi, he basically founded the whole Japanese comedy scene back in the 70s.
Sorry
and
for today's
He's the big
very
reason why.
quick
There was
stream.
no comedy before him.
Not in Tokyo.
Really?
Yeah.
No jokes allowed.
No, so the whole like
He invented comedy.
Like what?
no, so okay, so let me explain.
Okay.
So so the whole idea of like manzai stand-up comedy, which is a very like Japanese form of stand-up comedy, where it's like one mic in the middle.
This kid's fucking giggling at everything.
It's like just shut up for a second.
Continue the story.
Just like so basically like the whole it's called manzai, which is like there's usually one mic in the middle and 2 people standing in front of the one mic, doing a whole comedy routine. And that was really big in Osaka or like in Kansai region.
It's
And
not just stand-up comedy.
well, yeah, it's a little bit different than just stand-up comedy because a lot of stand-up comedy, at least in the West, is usually like one person.
Yeah.
Right, like it's just
Oh,
one person kind of
this.
telling an anecdote and then throwing a joke within the anecdote,
guess,
right?
yeah.
Like that's
Which is
very
this.
general stand-up comedy. But manzai is kind of like that, but if you split the anecdote and the jokes into 2 different people. So basically, there's one guy who sets up the joke, and then there's one
I have
guy
seen this. Yeah, I have
who
seen this.
throws the punchline, and then the guy who sets up the joke reacts to the joke, and it's that whole dynamic.
Is it like two-person Rakugo?
Summon?
Essentially, yeah. So like Rakugo is more similar to Western stand-up comedy in that sense, because Rakugo is all about like telling an anecdote and then throwing in a punchline at the end.
Rakugo just seems like stand-up comedy hard mode. Because like imagine stand-up comedy, but you have to sit in this one place and you can't move, and you have limited like body movements.
Right, exactly. But like Rakugo is like so fucking.
Sorry for
ancient in
the
Japan. Like, it's
stuff.
been doing it since like I don't even know how long, but it's a very very old form of comedy. But
sometimes.
basically, the whole manzai type of comedy really originally started in like the 50s and 60s in
Why is he
Osaka.
laughing
Why are you
again?
laughing? You just love Rakugo that much, huh? But basically, that was only really a scene that existed in Osaka, and that's why like a lot of comedians
They're all from Osaka.
they're all from
typically.
Osaka.
Oh,
I do have no
They all speak in Kansai dialect, right? And but Beat Takeshi and his group, he was in a duo called Tsubito, and he was basically the first like really big manzai act to make it big in the Tokyo scene. And it was because of his success that manzai moved to Tokyo as well, and like the Tokyo area. So that's why he's kind of just known as like a
the godfather
legend.
of,
Yeah,
like,
he's
yeah,
basically the
yeah.
godfather of like Tokyo manzai.
But he's
scene.
also a very good director and actor. Like, have you
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
like,
yeah,
Hanabi Fireworks?
Yeah.
They put him in Ghost of the Shell movie.
He,
which is
the
best
dude's
forgotten.
done everything. Like
Yeah.
he like paints, he directs, he's like he developed his own game once. like,
Was he in the original Battle Royale as well?
yes.
Oh yeah,
yes.
of course. He's
Yeah, yeah.
That was one of his biggest roles. Yeah,
He's
Yeah,
pretty
I know
good in that. Yeah.
he's really good at that.
Really
He's a
good.
great actor. Yeah.
He's a very good
Fuck,
actor.
meanwhile I'm just fucking eating chicken and broccoli every
Yeah.
night, not achieving anything. Fuck.
Where's your man?
Yeah, where's my man?
I didn't realize he was a comedian. That's
Yeah, he's
That's
originally
how
a
he got
comedian.
started.
because I
Yeah.
only know him as like an actor director.
It's quite weird because he's this comedian, but he's also this incredibly stoic. Very
Yeah, I
hard,
noticed
tough
that.
Yeah, yeah,
character. In
yeah.
every
Yeah.
film, he's
Like-
very like
I
no
can't.
expression.
I can't imagine him being a comedian because in every film he's played, he's like super serious, super
Right,
hard.
right.
Like,
Yeah,
he's-
you watch some like old like 70s footage of him
He's
while
only
he was
one-
still in
one
Tsubito, and
leader
he's
skill.
just the most. He was actually the guy who was like responsible for like telling the butt of the joke. So he was always the like kind of the
funny
clown
man.
on the show,
Yeah.
right? So it's really weird now watching like Ghost in the Shell, watching this like hard-faced, serious
Yeah.
like, yes, I am the badass in this movie, just fucking going around and be like, yeah, I'm the clown. It's just, I don't know. I find it really cool. That
Did you like the movie?
likes a strong word. Okay.
I thought it was
Like
fine.
is a song.
Okay,
wait, what
I-
movie were you talking about?
Ghost in the
Ghost
Shell.
of the Shell live action.
Okay,
I
it was-
liked it as
Shit.
I liked it if it wasn't a Ghost in the Shell movie.
Right.
Why is it shit, Chris?
So boring.
As
It
the
was-
Ghost
the
in the
original,
Shell,
the original anime film.
right? That's,
Yeah, yeah,
but that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying. As a Ghost in the Shell movie, it was really bad. But as just a standalone like sci-fi movie, it was okay.
I thought it was. I literally walked out of the theater.
Really?
Yeah, because
Did you?
yeah,
That's
because
very un-British of you.
Well, just because you're like bored.
I was just so bored.
I was
Like,
really bored.
It wasn't.
I haven't watched it by the
It
way.
wasn't good. It obviously wasn't good, but it wasn't offensively bad either.
So what's
It wa-
what's like premise of the film, by the way? For like, I have no fucking clue.
It's
'Cause
basically-
I know Ghost in the Shell, but I haven't.
It's
seen
basically the
movie.
first movie, but with a bit of a twist.
Okay, what
Oh,
what,
okay.
what do you know about Ghost in the Shell?
I've watched all of Standalone Complex.
Okay, so you basically know the best parts of Ghost
Yeah.
in the Shell.
Okay.
Don't worry about the movie. It's just a
Take
rehash.
standalone complex, smash it into 2 hours, and take away all the interesting things.
All the
Okay, and you
philosophical
walked out?
components.
Huh?
And you walked out of that?
Yeah.
How far in were you? You walked
Yeah.
out.
Oh, I was like.
Did you get to like the first fight scene, like with the invisible guy?
Yeah. I
Okay.
got like 45 minutes in
Oh,
before I realized I'm about to fall asleep now.
Yeah,
And I can be.
I
doing
mean,
better
yeah,
things.
that was probably the first 45 minutes was probably the best part of the movie. Like
Seats are
visually
comfortable,
speaking.
though.
Huh?
The seats are comfortable, though. A bit of a
The
nap.
second half, the way that the movie just ended, where they were just kind of
I don't-
throwing in the whole like cultural thing, was just
I don't
bullshit.
feel Scarlett Johansson was very well cast.
No, I
Great
don't.
Great actress, but like not for that role.
Yeah, not she. I really respect Scarlett Johansson as
Yeah.
an actress, but she just really It felt like she didn't care at all.
There was like
in
no
that movie.
acting. Like
Yeah.
no one really gave a shit.
It's like I get you're supposed to be a cyborg, but you know,
Yeah.
put a little
Like,
more
she
effort
did,
in. You know,
she did that a bit too well.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like the director went, so you're a robot right now, and she's like, say no more. I got it.
computing.
Oh,
I understand.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't remember
Really,
much
really-
about that movie, which just
I
tells
don't.
you.
I've only
how-
walked out of one movie. in the cinemas, and that was Dragon Ball Evolution.
See,
You watched that in cinemas?
I would not walk out of that movie. I would be having a great time watching Dragon Ball Evolution.
I thought so too, because I watched the trailer and I was like, God, this looks like shit. I'm gonna go watch it. And then it was so much more boring than I thought. It wasn't like the so bad that it was good level. It was just really bad.
I thought it was
Wait,
fucking hilarious.
Oh no, I couldn't.
I think it's hilarious. Wait, Chris, have you walked out of a movie theater? I've never walked out of a movie theater.
I mean, this is the only one.
There was one where I just stopped caring really bad, like very close. There was
That's
one
life
with
in general.
Downsizing. With,
Oh
Matt
my God,
Damon.
Matt Damon. That's a terrible film.
Wait,
That,
what?
no, that is an
couldn't
aeroplane
I
movie.
couldn't work out what was going on. If it was a comedy, if it was a drama, it's all over the place.
I never.
Okay,
heard
but
of it.
like, how many times have you been to the cinema by yourself?
A lot. I used to go
You
all
go
the
a lot?
time. Yeah, I used to go like once a week in London.
Because like, if you're seeing a film with mates, like
can't- yeah, you can't.
You're
Oh,
there
no.
for better or worse. Even if your mates drag you to this shitty fucking Adam Sandler comedy, like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, okay, one, I would watch the shitty Adam Sandler movie. But, I mean, if I've planned to do it, it's normally in the evening, and I don't want to admit that my evening was tarnished
I
by this
shall
film.
ban
Because I'm
this.
still going to enjoy the popcorn no matter what, right?
Right.
Like, and maybe I get a little nap in as well.
Shall
Might text
go
my
resistance cause of
some
Scatarika.
shit in it. Yeah. Text Chris being like, Chris, when we collab, this film sucks, dude.
I don't know. Like I rarely go to cinemas anyway. So
Why? I love cinemas.
I love them.
yeah.
It's just something nice and relaxing, and when you...
Especially in Japan. Like
Yeah.
in the UK, people just throw popcorn and it's a fucking mess.
I mean,
That's
there's-
disrespectful.
Popcorn's so good in
rarely,
Japan as well.
Like, there's rarely films that I think, yeah, I need to go see this now. in
No,
the
I don't think that
cinemas.
with any of the films I watch. I just think, like, I want
Oh,
to go to the cinema.
he's
so I
here.
want the
you
popcorn.
just want the
You
experience.
just want
and,
the popcorn.
and I like the experience. I
He
like sitting down,
predicted
relaxing.
every
Tenet.
move.
I did.
I really
Yeah,
want
I
to
like
watch
that.
that.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it. No.
Yeah, it's alright. Nothing
Well, I mean,
overly
it's
special.
considering there's nothing out right now. I thought it was nice to
What
watch
about the
something.
Demon Slayer movie?
I'm not watching the Demon Slayer,
See,
and I don't understand
if
it.
I understood Japanese, then I would go to the cinema so much more often.
Right.
Because I love watching anime movies because I'm actually invested
They have
in
tons of
movies.
foreign films, though. Oh.
So this is going to be the worst transition in the world because we were just talking about films. But off camera, Quish just...
Hold up, wait. First of all, before we transition into that, we
Okay.
should finish talking about Tenet or some shit.
What the
Tenet,
fuck?
It's alright. 7 out of 10.
All right.
No,
Done.
5
Okay,
out of 10.
done.
no,
so
that's
Chris
it.
just told us how he ate a bear last week.
I wasn't like walking through the forest. I went, oh, it's a bear. I'll get my knife and fork out and eat it. in Aomori, North Japan, they eat bears because there's too many.
Do they
of them.
actually?
Yeah, there's too many bears.
I've eaten bear before.
How was it?
What does it taste like?
Not good.
A part of me feels sad, but then why would I feel sad about a bear and
It's-
not other animals?
I don't know. I don't know about you, but did you have it as like a proper dish?
I cooked it on a grill.
Oh, because I had it in
It
a
was-
can.
That sounds unbearable. Unbearable.
Can
Went over
bear.
everyone's heads. Went over everyone's
Wait,
heads.
how is it? Is it just very gamey?
It's very
It's very fatty.
firm. It's
Yeah.
firm. It's like beef that's
I
Oi,
like the word
stop,
firm.
stop.
Sounds so disgusting.
It's like no.
It's like beef that's very hard.
It's like chewing on leather, essentially. Like
in
It
a
was alright.
can.
It
Where
was
did
alright.
you get this from?
you can get it in the supermarket.
What?
Yeah.
I mean,
You underestimate like how many different types of food you
Actually,
can get
it was
in cans here.
also like I was in Hakodate. They were just selling whale
Yeah.
in like can, and that's very controversial.
God, yeah, that's-
obviously.
Okay, guys.
you can get,
I
like,
think I'm
dolphin
gonna
can
end the
of
stream
it.
now.
It's sad though.
It's
Isn't it?
just a
Because
one-hour
it's on one
stream.
half. It's like
Just me buying my new aura, that's all. I'm sorry I didn't do much today. Unless you guys want to see me do like farming, I'll do it tomorrow. Or in like within the next few days, I think I will do a farming stream where I start farming some rooms in DB10. DB12, not DB10. I don't think this slot will be uploaded. So, bye.
This Ramadan, bake with Oreo.
Classy!
Oh, Scotty, it's the end of the party. Let's hit the road before I have to flash back to Shinigami. Modo, Shinu Hodo, Isogashikute, gotta run. But thanks for watching. watching what I put out, though it's not a ton. Excuse me, sorry, tied hen. Time to say goodbye again. Promise it's a matter of time before we're best friends. It's not the end of your Mori, cause every closed door is just the intro of a brand new story. One wish that I can't pretend I don't wanna see come true. I know it wouldn't make a difference if you thought of me as much as I think about you. But maybe it's deliverance from the pain I know is coming on when my old soul's finally gone. It's not wrong to think about it, but I'll stop for tonight, cause we're immortalized forever in the songs that we write, you know? Sorta say goodbye, the end, I'm not sorry, but I wanna see you again sometime. A song in my heart, a world of worry falling on your mind. Wait, don't we leave it all behind? この瞬間が宝物、君たちと私いつまでも今日も生きてよかったと言ったら幸せ。Close your eyes for a minute and envision a place where everybody's cherishing life in one same space. And it's embarrassing to say cause you're the one that I chase. See, mortality's what makes a life sweeter to taste, right? Fatalities, fallacies, sweet and sour, still a freeze. Time with me and you, refreshing like a haunted breeze. Honestly, messing with the reaper mentality, sleeping on the fact that history has told me how to be. Do I despise human life? Something really I ain't thought of, but I die inside a little when we say Jamata. Ningen no kanjo wa fuyo Jamada. Even so, mada mada shinzo bata bata. It's not enough just to see you every once in a while, searching in the darkness of my world for a smile. There's you, mata asu to asatte, watashi tachi no te kitto kasaneru. Sorta say goodbye, the end, I'm not sorry, but I wanna see you again sometime. A song in my heart, a world of worry falling on your mind. Wait, don't we leave it all behind? この瞬間が宝物、君たちと私いつまでも今日も生きてよかったと言ったら幸せ。Sorta say goodbye, see you again sometime. La da 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 da. この瞬間が宝物、君たちと私いつまでも今日も生きてよかった、マジよかった。Sorta say goodbye, the end, I'm not sorry, but I wanna see you again sometime. A song in my heart, a world of worry falling on your mind. Wait, don't we leave it all behind? この瞬間が宝物、君たちと私いつまでも今日も生きてよかったと言ったら幸せ。Sorta say goodbye, la da da da, see you again sometime. A song in my heart. この瞬間が宝物、また君に会いたいと言ったら幸せ。Signing off.
Start your free data journey with Yes! 40 gigs for free.